I'm gonna tell you a story. The first thing you have to understand is time does not work the way you think it does. You can call me Oracle because I'm the one who's talking to you. Welcome to the cult. And today we're going to talk about Boxing Day, or the day after Christmas. I have my Red Ryder BB gun, but I'm not going to put my eye out. Anyway, I have been waiting so long for that specific joke, y'all have no idea. You're going to put your eye out! Really? I'm going to put my eye out. Maybe. In case you're wondering, I was literally aiming at that bullseye with the camera. Check it out. Kooksy equilibrium trick shots. Oh. Oh, we're at the Romeo. Oh, what's up, Romeo? Whoop. Sorry, Romeo. I guess I preempted the end of play a little bit. Anyway, that was me being silly. Oh, you know what? I'll use this opportunity to talk about stuff that is mantra bot or enchanted stuff. So this is a, do I still actually have them? Give me 1 second, I'm going to double check the screen that in my browser screen to see if I still have the word for rifle handy. Okay, so the word for handgun or rifle is bhuzuNDikA. So this is my mantra bot bhuzuNDikA. This is my enchanted air rifle. That I got back in the day when I was still at the store where I used to be a manager, but my older sister is not a manager. In case anyone was wondering, no, I didn't actually do this evolve this thing to do anything dangerous. No. That's not how it is. But I did use a summon Minati to evolve it into being essentially a shadow gun. It's a dimensional Chaya. It's a dimensional Chaya bhuzuNDikA, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah. Check it out. I like the Yatramata from Chrono Cross. There was definitely. Oh, actually, no, not Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger. Oh no, actually, no, definitely Chrono Cross, not Chrono Trigger. There was actually a robot in there was a Yantarora in Chrono Cross, but there was a Yantramana in Chrono Trigger. No, I have that backwards. There was a Yantarora in Chrono Trigger, and there was a Yantramana in Chrono Cross. He specifically he used black magic, which I thought was pretty cool. He was a Tony Yatramata. He was a black magic cyborg. Actually, he would have been a cyborg and not a Yantramana, now that I think about it. Because actually, now I'm gonna have to replay Chrono Cross and find out if it and try to remember if he was actually a full on android, or if he was a cyborg and he started out as a person. I think he might have been a full on made to be a Yantramana android as opposed to a human with Yantarora bits, a Jana with Yantarora bits, which would be a cyborg. I guess that would be like a half Yantramana. It would be a Jana with Yantramana replacement parts. That's where I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, that's essentially prosthetic limbs. I've gotten to a point. That's what I mean with saying that we have cybernetic limbs. We have cybernetic limbs, people. We do. That's what I say when I say stuff like we live in miracle days. 8 years ago, before I wrote, actually as part of the inspiration for a piece of cybernetics in my detective novel, I saw when I was waiting at an eye doctor, actually. I think maybe to get this prescription. I saw an article about a man lost his legs who had full prosthetic replacements that he was able to run with. Maybe like actually faster than his original legs. And like, not knocking the Taga I got, but like, I can't run that fast. I mean, like, it'd be cool. I mean, I could run. It's not like I'm incapable of it. I just don't do it very often. Thus, I'm not really like, I'm not someone who's like, to use Champion's terms, bought up his running by just constantly going on jogs. I just haven't done it. But we're like literally at a point where people could be like, yeah, my legs were fine, but I want better ones. Which, like, some people might be like, yeah, do you? Some people are like, that's really ungrateful for the body that you were given by your parents. And there are other people who are like somewhere in the middle. It's like, well, I talked to my parents about it, and they're cool with it. They're like, do what you want to do, sweetie. That's one perspective. Then there are the others who are like, you weren't given this body by us. You were given this body by Deva, by Deva, by the true God. You can't do that. And that's their perspective. And a lot of people who are like, honestly, a lot of people who are transgender deal with that a lot. They just do. And that's not even getting into like actual body modification of limb replacement. That's just getting into, I say just because like compared to hacking off a limb and replacing it, it is just, but it isn't just, especially for people who end up going through hormone replacement. Like that's kind of a big deal for them. Like, and it helps them feel more themselves. And a lot of people would argue that that's them going against David Plan. But David don't really make a point of talking a lot. Like, they kind of make a point of letting us make our own decisions. And part of that is also us not putting our bigotry on them. I'm looking at you, all you conservative Christians who put all of your transphobia on God. Yeah, angels, essentially, are dual gender. You know, I know that? The construct of their names in Hebrew. That's just how they is. So, put your transphobia on someone other than a wasp, y'all. It ain't on him. Just saying. Plus, there's the whole, like, Yahweh and Ashra thing that's, like, completely not really talked about. Like, they had a whole, like, feminine mythos, that, or, like, a whole feminine Pratana that was, like, a aspect of Yahweh that was, like, essentially, I think, a holdover from their nature worship days, where, like, Yahweh was Skyfather, and Ashra was Tree Mother, and then they just burned down all the trees. Which is kind of a big deal in a desert culture. So I'm really wondering what happened there, but whatever, I'm not actually a Bible scholar. But like Ashra trees, they were a thing. They were a thing. They were a thing because they're actually specifically mentioned in the Bible. Not even joking. Alright, anyway. This is Oracle, dream safely, oh yeah. Catch you on the flip side of the road. And if you're gonna be acting up, don't put anyone's eyes out there ever. And dream safely, don't put any dirts out there above.